Welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Leroy Viage. The city of Joburg recently hosted its third Freedom Ride as part of the Cycle Jozi Week.
We are here at the Freedom Ride where it looks like everyone is here for the life journey in terms of the cycling around the city. So let's check it out and see what's happening around the city.
The Freedom Ride is really a celebration of freedom. It's about integrating communities and celebrating Johannesburg. Well, this is the second year. This is the third version of the Freedom Ride, and we're quite excited about it. It's important because it builds social cohesion. It's not a race, it's a ride, and that's what we're saying to people. It's a ride. We want to encourage all cyclists to come in and participate.
Just to have some fun, get out, ride the streets of Joburg. It's just an event where you can actually come and ride parts of the city that you normally would not actually participate in, and I think that's something that's great. Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, we need to make it more safe for riders. I mean, if you take mine, I'm actually low on the ground, so the people won't even see me, where on a normal cyclist they can actually see them. So it's important that we get somewhere we can actually ride, that the people are aware there will be cyclists around.
I think that we need to promote cycling, we need to promote social cohesion, and we need to promote a sense that people can use cycling for purposes of mobility, for purposes of engagement, for purposes of exercise. The city is currently implementing a number of dedicated cycling lanes. We're piloting a number of different aspects of cycling lanes, and through that we will determine which way would be the best mechanism of implementing cycling lanes in Johannesburg. Well, I'm a cyclist. I enjoy participating in the Freedom Ride, and I really do think that we should continue to promote a sense that we should all participate. The exercise, being out there, being able to experience Johannesburg and different parts of the city and the country. It's about respecting cyclists on the route. It's about ensuring that we enable people to cycle peacefully and safely around Johannesburg.
It seems like the city of Johannesburg's plan to get motorists off their cars into cycling, and look at me right now. I'm going to be actually cycling around. I think it's going to be part of my plan each and every day. I'm Pomasheko for Joburg Today. Woo!
My name is Tony Bed, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, that's joburgtoday.tv, and on Twitter at Joburg Today. Now if you're on the move, pockettv.mobi, that's pocket with an I. We all know that traffic can be a nightmare, but this group has come up with a healthy way of overcoming that.
We're here with the Rex family, who all use bicycles to commute to and from school and work.
Started commuting. I did a job in London about 10 years ago, and there it's a lot easier to use a bicycle than to use either the public transport, especially after the bombings on the underground. You arrived at work feeling less stressed than if you drove there, and just in a much better position to cope with the stresses of day-to-day work. Joburg is a little bit hilly, basically, you know, very suburban, and the distances are quite long. So, you know, those are the biggest challenges. I feel it's actually safer now than it was 30 years ago, in the sense that there's so much traffic calming and road closure that actually, if you pick your route and plan your route carefully, it feels very safe to me, and definitely safer than it was in London.
It's healthier for a start, but it's more enjoyable than riding in the car. It gets me going for the day, really. I guess traffic is a problem. Not so much as cars going too fast, but going through high traffic areas, cars are a bit inconsiderate on the road. Riding, it's fun. The wind through my hair, it's nice.
I think that it's a good thing to do in terms of my carbon footprint. It keeps me fit, it gets me to work quicker. And I don't have to sort of stress in traffic, really. I feel quite safe on the road. The taxi drivers are my best. They're very aware of me. I absolutely love the freedom it gives me. I have a very lovely commute. It's oak-lined and jacaranda canopied, and it just feeds my soul.
As you can see, driving is not the only form of effective transport. In many cases, cycling is healthier and faster for you and the city of Johannesburg. I'm Suyo Matebula for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Rochelle and you're watching Joburg Today.
If you're in the market for a new car that's economical, efficient, with nifty gadgets, then check out the Nissan Leaf.
Of all the gadgets I've ever reviewed, this must be my favorite, if you can call a car a gadget. This is the Nissan Leaf, the first all-electric car available commercially in Africa. The real revolution here is that you charge this car at home. You plug it into your power point in your own home, in your garage if you have a power point there, and you charge it overnight for about 8 hours. And for that, you get about 150 kilometers range. So it's not intended for long trips, but great for riding around town. And you also have emergency charging points if you suddenly feel you're going to be running out of power before you get back home again. Right now, those power points are at McCarthy dealerships, and there's usually one within about 10 kilometers or so if you're driving around the Johannesburg area, where it takes about half an hour for a quick charge if you need to charge in a hurry before you can get home. Eventually, you'll have these charging points all over the country, and eventually you'll have electric cars from other manufacturers as well driving around the country. Let's have a look inside. What I love about this car is all the gadgetry built into it. For example, the information panel, which can display anything from maps to trip information to the rear view scene when you're reversing. So right now, for example, it's displaying energy usage, and it tells me how many kilometers I have in terms of estimated range, but also what impact it will have if I turn on the air conditioner, or what in civilized circles they call climate control. But what's great is that it tells me exactly what impact that kind of thing will have. Of course, the faster you drive, or the more stop-start and jerkily you drive, the less range you'll have as well. And the more economically you drive, and the more, you could call it eco-sensitively you drive, the longer your range will be. I just want to show you what happens when I go into reverse. I have a camera telling me what's behind me, showing me what's behind me, but also illustrating the danger zones. If I reverse in a particular way, or if I get too close to something, it turns red and tells me I'm going to hit it. Where it's orange, that's kind of my safe zone at the moment. Here's one of the coolest things about the information screen. It opens up, and here you have a little opening for an SD card that contains your mapping information. So once your map is out of date, or you want to update it, you can plug this into a computer and download the latest maps from the internet, as opposed to relying, as cars used to, on the mapping that you're stuck with on your navigational system in the car.
This is Simpiwa Mini. You are watching Joburg Today.
For more, check out our playlist as well as Business Destination Joburg. That's it for me, Leroy. I leave you with Howie Combrink. Don't be saying goodbye.
Back in ETV.
Such style, it's telling me that you love me, girl. You're making me dance up in the clouds. Look me in the eye and believe the words that I say when I speak to you. Damn girl, you're the love of my life. No, now don't you be the one to say goodbye. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight? Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye. My dear, don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye. My dear, don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying don't be saying goodbye. You're taking control, all leaps of faith as you lead me through these trees. It's making me wanna sing and dance and jump up high, higher than before. I know it's not always going to be this way, but I pray you stay the same, my darling. No, don't change a thing. No, now don't you be the one to say goodbye. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight. Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying your goodbyes, my darling. No, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Oh yeah, don't be saying goodbye. Radu ba de be da boom, radu ba de ba ba ba, radu ba de be da boom 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 boom, radu ba de be da boom, radu ba de ba ba ba, radu ba de be da boom boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't you ever just pack up and leave. And don't you know that you're the one who lets me say goodnight. Oh girl, hey, hey, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Don't be saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Don't be saying your goodbyes, my darling. No, don't be saying goodbye, my dear. Oh yeah, don't be saying goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye. Don't be saying goodbye.